waking up in your room, cold sweat, wondering what kind of mistakes have I made. This is very important for you to know before you have a risky interaction. And so I'm making this video to provide you with the information that you need so that you know exactly what to do. In case you have a risky encounter, you need to get tested, you need to take a treatment. Standard HIV antibody tests can't be conducted until at least 30 days after the exposure if you want to see a positive result, which you don't. However, if you've had a risky exposure within the last 72 hours, and particularly within 24 hours, you want to get yourself to a clinic, get a test done, and receive something called post-exposure prophylaxis. This is a drug that can prevent the transmission of HIV after you may have already contracted it. This is an advancement that few people are aware of, that Thailand has adopted very heavily and is a center of its strategy in combating the spread of HIV. And this is very important for you to know before you have a risky interaction. If you have one, get yourself over to a clinic, get yourself a test, and get yourself PEP. The Thai government has done an excellent job of addressing HIV in particular, as it had a large crisis in the 1990s and took very effective measures. It's now one of the leading infectious disease control countries with excellent testing and a lot of preventative measures. Prevention may seem straightforward, effective condom use. However, you've also had the introduction of something called pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP. And this is a pill that somebody in a high-risk group can take every day that prevents the transmission of HIV. And this has been one of the mainstays of the approach to fighting the disease here in Thailand and has been very effective. And so if you find yourself in a high-risk group, you may want to consider taking PrEP alongside condom use, which prevents all the other STDs as well. So it doesn't stop all the transmission from those diseases. Behind me is the Pulse Clinic, and this is one of the leading clinics in STD testing, treatment, and prevention. And if you are looking for a good clinic, they will provide you with about a 30-minute turnaround time, and you can also buy any medicines such as PEP or PrEP over at Pulse. Just because you have a green man walking on the light, it does not mean that cars stop here in Bangkok. You're still going to be navigating cars crossing the street here. Lots of fun. The ominous looking building over there, it's not really ominous looking, but if you've had any experience here in Bangkok, it might feel a bit ominous, as this is the Red Cross HIV Anonymous Clinic. This is definitely your cheapest option. It's right across from beautiful Lumpini Park. Lots of places you can stop to eat. You can go to the park, wait for your test. If you need any treatments, they will give it to you on the spot at an inexpensive price. It's open every day of the week except Sunday. It's closed on Sunday, so if you have a problem on Sunday, you're gonna have to go to one of the other clinics, and they will provide you with the result in the same day. You'll wait for an hour or two. It's across from Lumpini Park near Ratchadamri BTS station. Very easy, very accessible. And if you're coming in the evening, they also have an evening clinic that's slightly more expensive, but you won't have to wait around. This is an anonymous clinic. You do not have to give your name. You will simply be given an identification number, and you can come in, you can get the testing done, talk to a doctor, and they may provide you with post-exposure prophylaxis. I am amazed at how few people are aware of post-exposure prophylaxis. It is important to know about these drugs. That way you can make the best informed decision. For many newcomers to Bangkok, if you're visiting, if you've just moved here recently, the idea of doing STD testing may seem daunting, may seem challenging, and it is not. And in today's video, I'm really hoping it helps somebody out in a very challenging situation. It's a sensitive topic to cover. When I think about the things that somebody might need to know, might really want to know, I thought this is at the top of the list. Found it useful, helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a great day.